Hello my dear students, welcome back. What a joy to see my dear students back after finishing their quiz. How was the quiz? Was good? Okay, good. Well, in this sub lesson we're going to talk about solution of a linear equation of one unknown. Now when I say solution, that means we're looking what is that unknown. Let's say for example, Mr. Mac to give you x plus 3 equals to 6. So in this case, this is linear equation, alright? Because I got x plus 3 equals to 6. Now, I want to find out what is x. In order to plus 3 will give me 6. One way of doing it is what? By guessing. We start by guessing, let's say 1. So 1 plus 3, 1 plus 3 is 4. Is it equals to 6? No, it's not equals to 6, okay? So we're looking for equality. We want to find out what x ought to be. In order to plus 3 will give me 6. Alright, let's do 2. 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. Is 5 equals to 6? It's not equals to 6, alright? And what about x as a 3? 3 plus 3. Is x as a 3 equals to 6? Yes. X 3 equals to 6. That's equality. See that? Okay, that means x equals to 3. So if I substitute 3 for x, that will give me 6. But wait a minute, Mr. Mac, is this how am I going to find that? No, there is a way to find it. Alright, that's why Mr. Mac's going to introduce you to Mac's first law. Mac's first law. Now we learned about Mac's second law, alright? Now let's go to Mac's first law. Mac's first law says plus this equal sign I want you to see as like a bridge. Okay? Cross the bridge will becomes minus. Okay? Minus cross the bridge becomes plus. Multiplication cross the bridge becomes division. Division cross the bridge becomes multiplication. Alright, so I want you to memorize this because we're going to use this a lot, okay, over and over on this whole lesson. Okay, now let's start with this. X plus 3 equals to 6. Let's write that down. X plus 3 equals to 6. And I'm looking for x. That means I'm going to isolate x. Anything surrounding x got to go cross the bridge. Alright, in this case, who is surrounding x? 3. And what's 3 is doing to x? It's adding. Addition cross the bridge becomes subtraction. See that? So I'm going to bring 3 across the bridge. So become x equals to 6 minus 3. So x equals to 6 minus 3 is 3. That means x equals to 3. Between 3 plus 3 is 6. See that? Pretty easy, isn't it? Alright, let's say for example, Mr. Mac to give you x minus 4 equals to 8. And I'm looking for x. Who got to go? Negative 4. Minus 4 got to go. See that? When I minus cross the bridge becomes plus. So x equals to 8 plus 4. So x equals to 8 plus 4 is 12. See that? So x equals to 12. Now let's say for example, Mr. Mac to give you 3x equals to 15. Now what is 3 is doing to x? It's multiplying, and I'm looking for x. I want to isolate x. So who got to go? 3 got to go. So what's 3 is doing towards x again? Multiplying. So multiplication cross the bridge will becomes division. Alright? So that means x equals to 15 divided by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So x equals to 5. Okay, now what about if I say x over 4 equals to 5. Now what is 4 is doing towards x? It's dividing, and I'm looking for x. Whenever I ask you to solve, I'm asking for the unknown. You're looking for the unknown. In this case is x or y. It could be m, it could be r, it could be s, anything, any variable, any letters I give you, the unknown. Okay, and you're looking for that. So I'm looking for the unknown, which is x in this case, and 4 got to go. And what's 4 is doing again towards 4x? It's dividing. Division across the bridge becomes multiplication. Alright, so I'm going to take 4 across the bridge. So x equals to 5 times 4. So x equals to 20. See that? So we just learned how to use plus, minus, multiplication, division by crossing the bridge. Okay, so when you plus, cross the bridge, becomes minus. When minus cross the bridge, becomes plus. When multiplication cross the bridge, becomes division. Division, see this is dividing, alright? Cross the bridge becomes multiplication. Okay? So now, what happens if they are combined? Let's say, for example, if I have a 3x plus 4 equals to 16, and I'm looking for x. So who got to go first? So let's talk about that. Okay, let Mr. Mac erase the board and talk about who got to go first in order to solve for x. Your key is to isolate x. So you got 4 and 3 surrounding x. Alright, let Mr. Mac erase the board and we'll talk about it. I'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, my dear students, 3x plus 4 equals to 16. Let Mr. Mac write down here. 3x plus 4 equals to 16. Alright, now I'm looking for x. That means I need to isolate x. 3 and 4, which is surrounding x, I gotta go. Now, there is a rule. You cannot just simply move 3 first, you know. So there got to be a rule. Who got to go first? But how do I know who go first? Well, in this case, of course, if I tell you now, it'll be 4 got to go first before you can move 3. So 3 cannot go first. 4 got to go first. But how am I going to know that? So it's very important. We got to know who go first, because it could be any type of question I can give you, a problem, all right? But you got to know how to do it. That's why Mr. Mac going to show you an analogy, okay? I want you to understand this analogy and use that in a problem, all right? So let's say, for example, okay, this is what I'm going to, this is you, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, all right? So I want to use them as an example, okay? So let's set up, okay? The setup is, this is going to be your dad, all right? Your dad is holding a huge plate, all right? On the plate is you standing on top of the plate, okay? And then you have your brother sitting on top of you, on your shoulder, okay? And then you got your sister next to you, holding hands, okay, so that you're balancing so it won't fall off. And then your mom standing next to your dad holding the plate so the plate won't fall off, okay? Alright, okay, I'm just going to use the stick approach of drawing, okay? So my goal is to move each one of you to across the bridge, okay? This is the bridge, alright? So now keep in mind, this is your mom holding the plate, your dad is carrying the plate, and you and your sister and your brother, okay, on the plate, all right? So without tipping this plate over in a nicer way, what would be the best way to move each one of you, okay, across the bridge? Who should go first? How about your sister? That's dangerous, isn't it? She have to jump over the plate. That wouldn't be the right way, am I right? What about you? You're holding your brother. You don't want to jump with your brother. That's really dangerous. Or your brother, because for him now to jump, whoa. Alright, how about your dad? If he moves, what happens? The whole thing is going to tip because your mom is holding the plate. So the best person to go first would be who? Your mom. Because it'll be easy. She let go of the plate and she go over the bridge, okay? She's the first one to go, alright? So now, your dad is the one only holding it, alright? So who do you think better? We don't want any of you to jump over the plate. That's dangerous, okay? The best way is if your dad can carry the plate and put it down and then he go next. See that? It's safer to bring the whole plate down. So he go second. Now, you holding your sister and you got your brother on your shoulder. Who will be the best to go next? Would it be your brother? Of course, you got to jump. Your little brother has to jump. It's not safe because you got one hand holding your sister, another hand like this. That's dangerous. Isn't it better if you just let go your sister and let her go first? All right? Okay, so that'll be the third one. All right? Now, who's next? Now you got your little brother on your shoulder. All right? So it'll be better to put your little brother down and send him across the bridge. Okay? Then he will be the fourth. And there you are. So you the one that I wanted to be on this side. So now you by yourself now. Everybody's gone. See that? So we are isolating you. Okay? So we moved your mom, your dad, your sister, and then your brother. Okay? Let's translate this exactly into a mathematical form. Okay? Let's say, for example, Mr. Mac to give you 3x plus 4 over, let's say 5 plus 2 equals to 4. Now let's associate. See that? 3x plus 4 over 5 plus 2 equals to 4. Let's associate this whole thing according to this. Now equal signs right there. Okay, the 4 we're just going to let it there. Okay, now who in this problem, if I give you something like this and I'm solving for x, that's you. So who got to go first? Plus 2, which is your mom. See that? Holding the plate. See that? I got to take the 2 go first. And what's 2 is doing? Adding. Addition cross the bridge becomes subtraction. Alright? Okay, this is the first one to go. And then now this is gone. Alright? So what is left? So we got 3x plus 4 over 5 equals to 4 minus 2, which is 2. Alright? Now who go next? We already moved it. Now it's right there. Let's look at this one. Your dad is holding the plate. See that? Your dad's holding the plate. I don't want to move 3 or 4. I don't want to move 3 or 4, but 5 got to go next. Okay? 5, that means your dad. See that? 5. So, what 5 is doing? It's dividing. Division cross the bridge becomes multiplication. So, I'm going to move 5 across. So, that becomes 3x plus 4 equals to 2. Division becomes multiplication. 2 times 5, which is 10. See that? Okay? Now we are down to you, your sister, and your brother. Okay? See that? That's your sister, your brother, and that's you. And we are looking for you. Who got to go next? Your sister or your brother? Your sister. See that? Safer for your sister to go across this. So I'm going to take 4 across. And what's 4 is doing towards x? It's adding. Addition cross the bridge becomes subtraction. Okay? So if it's a minus, minus cross the bridge become addition. Alright? Okay, so vice versa. Okay, just follow by the sign. So that means 3x equals to 10 minus 4, which is 6. Now I'm looking for you, which is x, the unknown. Alright? Who got to go next? 3. Your little brother now. I can safely put him down and send him across the bridge. So what's 3 is doing towards x? Multiplying. Multiplication across the bridge becomes division. So x equals to 6 divided by 3, or you can even write 6 over 3, which is same thing, 2. So the x is 2. Alright? So you get the overall picture. How? Like this. Now what happened to this one? This one you customize right there. Only this. Who go first? Your sister. Right there. Who goes next? Your brother. Right there. And that, so that means 4 got to go first. And then 3. Okay, if I give you, let's say for example, if I give you 2x minus 5 over, let's say 8. Alright? If I give you like this, who got to go first? Now we take your mom out of the picture. Your dad got to go first. 8 got to go first. And then once 8 go, who go next? Negative 5. After negative 5, it's 2. See that? So you customize. You use this principle and then see how it matches. And you deduct that person and then follow the sequence. Alright? Now what happened if I give you 5m over 7? So in this case, who go first? 7, your dad. Okay? Your sister's not in the picture, but your little brother will be next. 7 and then 5. See that? So that's how you do. Okay? Your mom's not in the picture, your dad and your little brother's in the picture, your sister's not. So that means you follow 2 comes first and then 4 goes next. So that means 7 first and then 5. Alright? Now what happened if it's a, let's say if I say u plus 3 over 5. Okay? So I'm looking for you. Who goes first? So in this case, you don't have your little brother, you don't have your mom. Your dad and your sister. So who go first? Your dad. 5 goes first. And then who? Your sister next. See that? So now let's do that, okay? So in this case, we got 3x plus 4 equals to 16. We're looking for x. So who got to go first? Your sister, okay? 4 got to go first. So that becomes 3x equals to 16 minus 4. Plus cross the bridge, minus. 16 minus 4 is 12. And looking for x, alright? So what's 3 is doing towards x? Multiplying. Cross the bridge, division. So x equals to 12 divided by 3, which is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. Alright? Now let's do this one, okay? You got, let's say u plus 3 over 5. Let's say if I to give you this one, 2. Alright? And I'm solving for u. And who got to go first? I'm solving for you. And who got to go first? So this time you, your sister, and your dad. So your dad go first and then your sister. You don't have your brother and your mom in the picture, okay? So 5 got to go first. And 5 is doing what? Dividing. Division cross the bridge becomes multiplication. So it becomes u plus 3 equals to 2 times 5, which is 10. And who go next? 3. Okay? What's 3 is doing? Adding. Addition cross the bridge, subtraction. So u equals to 10 minus 3, which is equals to 7. See that? Pretty easy, isn't it? Very straightforward. Alright? Okay? Good. Well, let Mr. Mac erase the board, okay? So make sure you understand this principle, alright? Your mom holding the plate. Your dad is carrying the plate so that he's carrying the plate. Your mom's holding it so it won't tip over, okay? And then on top of the plate, you got your sister, you, and your brother. Alright? You're holding your hand to your sister so that she and you balance the plate right, and then your brother is on your shoulder. Alright? Okay? So I want to isolate you. In order to do that, to be safely without tipping this and without you jumping over and all that, your sister jumping, I gotta move your mom first. The mom goes. It's safer for me to bring this whole plate down, so I gotta bring your dad next. So it'd be easier for him to take the plate and put it down. See that? Once the plate is on the ground, it's easier for your sister to go because she's only holding hands. Alright? So it's let go the hand and then she can cross the bridge. Now it's easier for you to take both hands and carry your little brother and put it on the ground and send him. There you are now all by yourself. This translates into the problem right there. This goes first, this goes second, this goes third, and this goes fourth. Right there. See that? So plus cross the bridge becomes minus. And then 5 is dividing the second. Cross the bridge becomes multiplication. 10. 4 is adding, addition. Cross the bridge becomes subtraction. 3 is multiplying. Cross the bridge becomes division. See that? Okay, and then we can use this to customize to any problems. Okay, let's do more. Okay, Mr. Max is going to erase the board and then we'll understand. Alright? Okay, I'll be back with you in a few seconds. Alright, my dear student, now let's learn how to draw that diagram, okay? So how do we do that? Let's put the plate first, okay? And then on the plate, let's draw you first, okay? We're going to draw you first, okay? The unknown. So now this is the unknown, okay? Right there, alright? And then we're going to have your little brother sitting on top of your shoulder, alright? And he's holding your hand. And then you get your sister holding hand. If you don't have a sister, you have a brother, draw a brother, okay? So whichever you want, alright? So holding hands right now, okay? So that you balance it. And then you draw your dad, okay? A strong man holding the whole plate, alright? Okay? And then your mom is helping your dad make sure the plate doesn't tip over, okay? Alright, there we go. So our goal is to isolate you without anybody jumping or falling or hurting, okay? So we want to do it such a safe way, in a very safest way, which would be move your mom first because she's holding the plate best. She let go of the plate and she crossed the bridge, alright? And then your dad, because it'll be very safe to take the whole plate and put it to the ground, alright? And then once you're on the ground, it's safe. Now it's safe for your sister to let your hand go, and then she cross the bridge, will be 3. And then of course, once she's gone, you can use both hands to grab your little brother and put it down, and then he can cross the bridge. Okay, see that? So that's the sequence. All right. Okay, now let's do a problem. Okay, let's say Mr. Mac to give you 5x plus 3 over 6, okay, equals to 3. All right. Now when I tell you solve this, what am I looking for? I'm looking for the x, the unknown. That's what I'm solving for. See that? You got numbers all around it. Now let's take this problem and try to associate to this diagram. All right. Now look at this. 5x plus 3 over 6 equals to 3. What is missing? Number 1, your mom. See that? Nothing is holding this plate. So we're going to start from your dad right there. And then what's next? Your sister, and then your little brother. See that? So 6 got to go first, and then 3, and then 5. See, it's very important. You got to do it in order. Just like this one. If you break the order, what's going to happen? Somebody's going to fall and break the legs, or somebody will tip over and all that. See what I'm saying? It's dangerous, isn't it? The same thing with the mathematics. Same thing with this one. You can't just simply move 3 first or 5. You got to 6 got to go first. See that? You got to follow the procedure. Very important, all right? So who got to go first? 6 got to go first. So that means what 6 is doing? It's dividing. Division cross the bridge becomes multiplication. So you got 5x plus 3 equals to 3 times 6. Division becomes multiplication, okay, when I take 6 across. So left is 5x plus 3, which is 3 times 6 is 18. Now ask yourself, who got to go next? See that your dad is gone, okay, left is your sister and your little brother. Your sister's next, okay, plus 3. And what's plus 3 across the bridge becomes? Minus. Okay, we're going to take the 3 across the bridge. So that makes it 5x equals to 18 minus 3. So 18 minus 3 is 15. And who go next? Your little brother. And what he's doing? Multiplying. Multiplication across the bridge becomes division. Okay, so x equals to 15 divided by 5, or even you can put 15 over 5. Same thing, all right? Okay, equals to 3. So x equals to 3. See that? Now, this will help you at the beginning. Later on, after you've done so many problems, you will not even need this diagram anymore. You will come to a point, you will know who goes next, who's next. Right? You got to go by the rules, all right? So let's say Mr. Mac to give you, let's say 4y minus 2 equals to, let's say 6. All right? So who goes first? In this case, your mom and dads are not there in the picture. I'm only dealing with your sister, your little brother. So who go first? Your little sister, your sister. Okay? And what she's doing? Subtracting. Subtraction across the bridge becomes addition. So 4y equals to 6 plus 2, which is 8. And what's your little brother's doing? Multiplying. Across the bridge becomes division. So y equals to 8 over 4, which is 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. So y is 2. See that? Pretty easy, isn't it? Okay. Now let's say, for example, if I were to give you, let's say 2y over 3 plus, let's say 6 equals to 12. And I'm looking for what? And I say solve this. I'm looking for y. Alright? If I'm looking for y, who got to go first? Plus 6 or divide 3 or multiply? Now look, who's missing in this picture? Your sister. Okay? So who got to go first? Your mom, holding the plate. So 6 got to go first. Very important. What 6 is doing? Addition. Okay, so it becomes 2y over 3 equals to 12 minus 6, it becomes 6. 3 is doing? It's dividing. So division across the bridge becomes multiplication. Okay, so we're going to take the 3 across the bridge. Okay, so that means becomes 2y equals to 3 divide cross the bridge become multiplication. 6 times 3. What's 6 times 3? It's 18. So 2y equals to 18. Now who's next? Definitely 2. What's 2 is doing to y? It's multiplying. Okay, multiplication cross the bridge becomes division. Okay, that means y equals to 18 divided by 2, which is 9. Y equals to 9. Pretty easy, isn't it? Straightforward. See that? That's it. That's it. That's how easy it is. Start using this. Once you really got good grip of it, then you won't even need this anymore. You will know automatically when you look at the problem, you know who goes first, who goes next, who goes next and next. Alright? Okay, let Mr. Mac erase the board. I'm going to list out a few problems on the board. Let's do it together and then we'll do some hands-on practice. Alright? I'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, my dear students, I got few problems listed on the board. Let's do it together, okay? Let's do the first one. The first one says 5x equals to 20. Your goal is what? When you say solve, you're looking for x. You want to isolate x. So who got to go? The 5 got to go, alright? That means 5 is doing what? It's multiplying. So multiplication cross the bridge becomes division. So that's this one right here. Okay, that means your little brother got to go, alright? Okay, because we don't have any of this. So that means your little brother alone has got to go, which is 5, okay? So 5 cross the bridge from multiplication becomes division. So x equals to 20 divided by 5, which is 4, right there. That's it, okay? Okay, now let's do the second one. You got 3x minus 4 equals to 11, alright? So you're solving for x. So now look at this. This one translates to this one right here. That means your sister, your little brother. Who got to go first? Your little sister first, and then your little brother. That means this one, negative 4. 4 got to go first. What's 4 doing towards x? Subtracting, minus. Minus cross the bridge becomes plus. So we're going to take 4 across the bridge, become 3x. Left is 3x because that's gone. 11 plus 4. So 11 plus 4 because minus cross become plus. 11 plus 4 is 15, okay? So now we're looking for x. So who got to go? 3. What's 3 is doing? Multiplying. So multiplication cross the bridge becomes division. Okay? So that becomes x equals to 15 divided by 3. X equals to 5. See that? Pretty easy, isn't it? Alright, let's do this one. Now look at this one. You got 2m plus 3 over 5. Alright? So dividing it by 5. But let's translate that into that. Let's associate it to that diagram. Okay, you got 2m plus 3 over 5. Right there, see that? This is the one that's missing. Your mom's missing. Your dad, your sister, and your little brother. Who got to go first? Your dad got to go first. That means 5 got to go first. What's 5 doing? Dividing. Division cross the bridge becomes multiplication. So I got 2m plus 3 equals to 3 times 5, because when I take that across. Okay, and then who got to go next? Plus 3. See that? Okay, your little sister. Okay, your sister. Okay, cross the bridge because plus cross the bridge becomes multiplication. All right. Okay, so plus 3 cross the bridge becomes minus. Okay, so 2m equals to 15 minus 3. So 15 minus 3, we can line it up. So let's take that there. 15 minus 3, 5 minus 3 is 2, bring the 1 down. So that gives you 12. So 2m equals to 12. So who's next? I'm looking for m. So 2 got to go. So what's 2 is doing? Multiplying. Multiplication becomes division. So m equals to 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So m equals to 6. Right there. Alright, for that one, we solved it right there. Okay, so if you substitute that 6 in there, 6 times 2 is 12, 12 plus 3 is 15, 15 divided by 5 is 3. See, that's the way to check it. Make sure you do it right. Alright, one way to check it. Okay, let's do this one right here. We got negative 4u over 3 equals to 12. Now, who got to go first? Look at this. You got your dad and your little brother. Your sister is missing. Alright, that means we're going to go to sequence. 2, since 3 is not there, I'm going to go to the 4. That means 3 got to go first. What's 3 is doing? Dividing. Division cross the bridge has become what? Multiplication. So that becomes negative 4u equals to 3 cross the bridge, multiply, because it's dividing. So it becomes 36. Negative 4u equals to 36. Who got to go next? negative 4. And what's negative 4 doing towards you? It's multiplying. Now keep in mind, when it's multiply or divide, if it's a negative, you take it as a negative. Do not change the sign. Only when it's a add and subtract. When you subtract, cross the bridge becomes plus. Alright? If it's a plus, cross the bridge becomes minus. Alright? But when in the form of multiply, if you take them in the form of multiplication right here, so you're taking negative 4, it's a form of multiplication. You take the negative 4 along with it. So you get u equals to 36 divided by negative 4. See that? It's multiplication, cross the bridge becomes division. So 36 divided by negative 4. So positive divided by negative, you know it's going to be negative. 36 divided by 4 from our timetable, exactly 9. So u equals to negative 9. Very important, alright? Okay, when you multiply with a negative number, okay? When you take across the bridge, the negative goes with it. The sign doesn't change. Only if it's a plusing or minusing across the bridge, it changes, alright? Okay, good. Okay, let's look problem number 5. Now 5, you got u over 2 minus 3 equals to 7. And you're solving for u. Now look at this. You got you, your sister. Okay, so you got u over 2 minus 3 equals to 7. And you're solving for u. Okay, now let's associate this with this diagram right here. Alright, so you got, this is u. Who's missing? Your brother's, little brother's missing, your sister's missing. Your dad and your mom. So who got to go first? Your mom. That means negative 3 got to go first. See that? So that becomes u over 2, negative 3 cross the bridge becomes plus 3. 7 plus 3 is 10. See that? And who's next? 2. And what's 2 is doing towards you? It's dividing. Division cross the bridge become multiplication. So 2 got to go. Alright? So u equals to 10 times 2 because dividing cross the bridge, multiplication. Okay? So u equals to 20 right there. See that? Pretty powerful, isn't it? How you can use that? Okay, now let's look at number 6. Alright? You're given 6a plus 8 over 7 minus 1 equals to 1. This is exact translation to that one. Look at that. Your mom, your dad, your sister, your little brother. So we're going to just follow exactly that says. Who got to go first? Your mom. Okay? Minus cross the bridge, plus. So that gives me 6a plus 8 over 7 plus 1 plus 1, it's 2. And who's next? 7. What 7 is doing? Dividing. Cross the bridge becomes multiplication. So 6a plus 8. So I'm going to bring that across, this one across. So division, cross the bridge becomes multiplication. So 2 times 7 is 14. Now who's next? 8. What is 8 is doing? It's adding. Addition cross the bridge, because that's now we're going to move your sister across. Because we moved your mom, we moved your dad, we're moving your sister. It's addition. Addition cross the bridge becomes subtraction. Okay? So I'm going to write over here. Okay? Okay, let's see. Okay, let's write here. Okay, 6a equals to 14 minus 8. So 14 minus 8 is, very good, is 6. Now who's got the next? 6. What 6 is doing? Multiplying. Multiplication cross the bridge becomes division. So a equals to 6 divided by 6, which equals to 1. So a equals to 1 right there. See that? Pretty easy, isn't it? Very straightforward. Look at that. Okay? We moved this first because your mom got to go first, your dad's next, your sister, and then your little brother. We did step by step. Minus 1 cross the bridge becomes plus, becomes 2. Now left is just this. Now 7 got to go. Dividing cross the bridge becomes multiplication. Left is just this. 6a plus 8. 2 times 7 is 14. Who go next? 8. What is 8 is doing? Addition. Addition cross the bridge becomes subtraction. Left is 6a. 14 minus 8 is 6. Now 6 got to go. What 6 is doing? Multiplying. Multiplication cross the bridge becomes division. 6 divided by 6 is 1. So a equals to 1. Alright? Good. Well, this should prepare you for the hands-on practice. Alright? Let's check and see what Pablo is doing. He's putting some hands-on practice for you. He's awesome, isn't he? He cares a lot about you and he's working really hard putting those worksheet for you, alright? Just as much as Mr. Mac cares about you, because you are the best. You deserve the best. And that's why Mr. Mac and Pablo's here always to bring the best for you, okay? And it is coming from the best. Okay, we'll see you in a few seconds. Alright, my dear students, are you ready for some hands-on practice? I know you are. I know you're excited just as much as Mr. Mac, alright? Alright, let's do it, okay? Let's call Pablo and he will bring the worksheet and we can work together, alright? Pablo? Come on over, Pablo. Come on over. I know he was busy finishing up. Here is Pablo, and here is with his worksheet. Now he's going to hand over the worksheet to you, okay? And be sure to pause the video. Once you're done, invite Mr. Mac in and we can work together. Alright, here it is. Good. He'll give you a decent number of questions. Alright, let's do it together, okay? Now, the key thing is, let's put down Mac's first law. Now, what's Mac's first law is? Mac's first law says plus cross the bridge is minus. Minus cross the bridge is plus. Okay? Multiplication cross the bridge is division. Division cross the bridge is multiplication. So it's very important, okay? You know the conversion from plus cross the bridge and then minus cross the bridge, multiplication cross the bridge and division cross the bridge. And then let's draw the diagram. That diagram is going to help us too. We're going to put the plate first and then we're going to draw. Let's put your dad first, okay? We're going to put your dad holding the plate and then we got you standing on top of the plate holding your little brother, okay? And then holding your, actually carrying your little brother on your shoulder and holding your sister, okay? And then your mom is holding the plate and balancing it so they won't tip over, and that's the bridge right there, okay? So okay, all right, so who go first? Your mom goes first, and then your dad, and then your sister, and then your little brother. All right, that's the sequence. Okay, good. Now let's do problem 1. It says solve the following equations for the unknowns. Okay, so let's do 1a. 1a, you're given 8x and equals to 24, and you're looking for x. Who got to go first? That's right, 8 got to go because you're isolating x. So 8 is the one that's holding x, and what 8 is doing is multiplying. Multiplication across the bridge becomes division. So x equals to 24 divided by 8. So 24 divided by 8 is 3, because 3 times 8 is 24. So x equals to 24 right there. I mean x equals to 3, okay? So x equals to 3. Alright, good. Now let's look problem B. Problem B, you're given 5u minus 4 equals to 21. And again, I'm solving for unknown, which is what? In this case, what is the unknown is? U, okay? So it can be any variables, any letters I can use. Doesn't have to be X all the time. It can be U, A, B, M, N, any letters, alright, from the alphabet, okay? So looking for U. So now this time, we're only dealing with this one right here, alright? So that means your sister and your little brother. Who got to go first? Your sister got to go first. And what's 4 is doing to you? It's subtracting. Minus cross the bridge becomes plus. See that? Okay, so left is 5u. 21 plus 4 is 25. And who's next? 5. What's 5 is doing to you? Multiplying. Multiplication cross the bridge becomes division. Okay, so 25 divided by 5. So 25 divided by 5 is, we know that 5 times 5 is 25. So u equals to 5. Alright, you got it? Good job. Okay, let's do C. Now C, you're given negative 2m plus 2 equals to negative 10. See that? And you're looking for what? Again, m. I'm solving for m. Alright, same thing right here. We're just using this side of the diagram. Okay, your sister, your little brother, and who got to go first? Your sister. And what she's doing, what's 2 is doing to m? Plus across the bridge becomes minus, -10 minus 2. So that gives me -12, because I owe more. So that 10 plus 2 is 12. Alright, so that left is what? Only this, because I've already taken the 2 across. Left is 2, -2m. So now who got to go? -2. Now -2 is doing what to m? It's multiplying. Remember, when you're multiplying across the bridge becomes division, but the sign doesn't change. The -2 just crossed the bridge. Alright, it's not adding or subtracting for the sign to change. In this case, it's just multiplying. So the whole -2 is multiplying. You just take the whole thing across. So m becomes -12 divided by -2. See that? Okay, when I cross the bridge, multiplication becomes division. Negative, you divide, gives you positive. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So m equals to 6 right there. Alright, very important. Okay, pay attention. This -2 cross the bridge. The sign doesn't change because it's multiplying. Multiplication cross the bridge is dividing. You bring the -2 across. Negative, positive. 12 divided by 2 is 6 right there. Alright, okay, good. Let's look D. D, you're given a minus 4 over 8 equals to 1, and you're solving for a. Now look at this one. Let's associate this to this diagram right here. Okay, so you got your dad, you got your sister, your little brother is missing, and your mom is missing. See that? So that means we're only going to deal with your dad and your sister. That means who got to go first? 8 got to go first. What is 8 is doing? Dividing. Division cross the bridge becomes multiplication. So that means a minus 4 equals to 1 times 8. It's 8. Okay? And who's next? -4. What's -4? I mean 4 is doing subtracting. Subtracting cross the bridge becomes addition. Okay? So a equals to 8 plus 4. So a equals to 12. Right there. See that? Pretty easy, isn't it? Okay, the key thing is pay attention. Okay, who's moving first? Got to follow by the sequence. You cannot just simply move as you want. All right, you got to obey the rule. Just like this one. If you don't obey the rule, what is going to happen? The whole plate's going to tip over, or somebody's going to get hurt. We don't want that. All right, we want to do it the right way. The same thing with the mathematics. You got to do it the right way. Otherwise, you're going to get the answer wrong. Alright, good. Alright, let Mr. Mac erase the board and we'll continue with the E, and I'll be back within a few seconds. Okay, ready for problem E? Okay, let's do E. Okay, E, you're given 3 plus 4t over 5 minus 1 equals to 2. Now you say, well, Mr. Mac, look at this one. Doesn't matter. This time I just put your sister over here, you and your little brother on the other side. Doesn't matter. It's still the same. Okay? That means who got to go first? Your mom, your dad, your sister. It's just that I changed the position. That's all. Alright? And then your little brother. Alright? That's it. Right there. Same thing. See that? It's just that I put your sister this side, I put you on the other side. Same thing. Nothing changed. Alright? It's just the position. Alright? Okay? Still, the sequence is still the same. Who got to go first? 1. What 1 is doing is subtracting. Cross the bridge becomes plus. So 2 plus 1, which is 3. And left is what? 3 plus 4t over 5. See that? Because I already taken the -1 across. Okay? Which subtracting become plus. Who got to go next? 5. And what 5 is doing is dividing. Division cross the bridge becomes multiplication. Okay, so that means 3 plus 4t equals to 3 times 5, which is 15. Alright, and who go next? 3, because 3 is adding to the t. See that? Alright, so you're going to go take the 3. Doesn't matter. See, this is, I can rewrite like this too. Same thing. Same thing. See that? Okay, then I take the 3 across. What's 3 is doing? Plus. Plus cross the bridge becomes minus. Alright, so remember there's a plus right there, so pay attention to that one. See that? Same thing. Okay, otherwise you can rewrite like this too. So plus cross the bridge becomes minus, so 4t equals to 15 minus 3, which is 12. And who got to go next? 4. And what's 4 is doing? Multiplying. Multiplication across the bridge becomes division. So t equals to 12 divided by 4, which equals to 3. So t equals to 3. Alright? Okay, so don't get confused with this right there. Alright? You can even rewrite it, if it's easier for you, rewrite it as a 4t plus 3. Same thing. But just keep in mind, your goal is to isolate t. Alright? Your goal is to isolate the unknown. Alright? Good. Now let's do f. Now f, you're given 2 plus 3a equals to 14. See that? It's just that same thing. 3a plus 2 equals to 14. Same thing. Alright? So I'm looking for a. Who got to go first? 2. So 2 cross the bridge. It's addition. Cross the bridge becomes subtraction. So 3a equals to 14 minus 2, which is 12. So now I'm looking for a. 3 got to go. What's 3 is doing? Multiplying. Cross the bridge becomes division. So 12 divided by 3, which equals to 4. So a equals to 4 right there. Okay, so a. Okay, now let's do g. Now g, you're given 3x minus 6 equals to x. Now look at that. I give you 2 unknown, but they both are identical. See that? 3 apples and an apple. Okay? So you're like, well, Mr. Max, something different. No, actually it's pretty easy. What do? Bring all the unknown one side, always to the left of you. Okay, I want to bring it this side. And then the variable, or the constant, the numbers other than the unknown, bring on the other side. Alright? So our goal is to isolate x onto one side. So I'm going to bring x on this side. So what is x is doing here? Plus. Plus cross the bridge becomes minus. So 3x minus x. See that? And this one is what? Minus 6. Minus 6 cross the bridge becomes plus 6. See that? So now I gathered them on this side. So 3x minus x, 2x equals to 6. I'm looking for x. 2 is doing what? Multiplying. Okay, cross the bridge becomes division. So x equals to 6 divided by 2. X equals to 3. Right there. Alright? So keep in mind, always gather them to the one side. Okay? So in this case, bring the x on this side. So it's plusing. It's a positive x. Cross the bridge becomes negative x. Right there, negative x. Minus 6 cross the bridge becomes plus 6. See that? So now you got 3x minus x, 2x equals to 6. X equals to 6 divided by 2. X equals to 3. Okay, good. Let's do problem H. Okay, so let Mr. Mac erase the board. Okay, let Mr. Mac erase the board so we got more room, and we'll do problem H. My dear students, let's do H. Okay, now H, you're given 4 minus 2a equal to 7 minus a. Now look at that. You got unknown here and unknown there. So the bridge right there, you got two sides. So always the goal is, when you have unknown here and unknown there, always gather them all to the one side. Alright? So it's always good to keep them on the left hand side. Okay? So I'm going to bring the a on this side, and then the numbers, take them all to the right hand side. Okay? So I'm going to bring the 4 on the other side. Alright? So what's going to happen? When I take 4 across, left is what? Negative 2a, because 4 I'm taking across. And then let's do one by one. Alright? Which is minus 4, because it's a plus. Plus cross the bridge becomes minus 4. Okay, we did the first step. Okay, we're kind of isolating a, but there's another a over here, so we're going to bring it over here. Alright, so you got negative 2a minus a, cross the bridge, it becomes what? Plus a. See that? Okay, so left is 7 minus 4. Now look at this. Negative 2a plus a. I owe 2 and I have 1. You're still going to owe, but it's going to be less. That means there's a 1 right here. See that? So negative 2 plus 1. In other words, I owe more than I have. So 2 minus 1 is what? 1. And it will be negative a. 7 minus 4 is 3. But you can't leave it like this, because you want to find a. So negative 1 going to cross the bridge. Okay? So it's multiplying. negative 1 multiply cross the bridge will becomes divided by negative 1. Alright, which is positive and negative, it's negative. 3 divided by 1 is 3. But keep in mind, whenever you have like this in future, alright, you see that? This negative, you can turn that into positive, but the other side becomes negative. You can do that, alright? So in other words, if I have negative m equals to negative 5. If I make m to positive, this one becomes also positive. Always opposite, alright? Or in other words, this is pretty much is negative 1 times m. See that negative 1 times cross the bridge becomes what? Division. So m equals to negative 5 divided by negative 1. Negative divided by negative is positive. 5 divided by 1 is 5. See that? M equals to 5. So m equals to 5. Okay, so keep in mind, if you have a negative and a negative, you can make, you kind of like crossing over, like a, I call that tornado effect method, alright? That means when you change this to positive, and this one, whatever the sign is, also become opposite of that. So in this case, this one become positive, this one also become positive. Let's say if it's negative u equals to 3, the tornado effect. That means this one become positive. So the opposite sign, what is the opposite sign of positive here? Becomes negative. So u equals to negative 3. Alright? Okay? So let's say if I give you negative t equals to negative 6. So the tornado effect. This one negative become positive, and this negative become positive. Always the opposite. Okay? Only I want to use the tornado effect is this negative, I want to make it to positive. So this side, whatever the sign is, the opposite of that also change. Negative become positive. Alright? If it's a positive, it becomes negative. See that? Negative become positive because I'm changing this. So when you change this got to change also. You cannot leave it the same. You got to change it because negative become positive, this one positive becomes negative. Negative become positive, this one negative also become positive. Very important, okay? So that's a quicker way of doing it rather than using this approach. So this way, you know, negative a equals to 3, a equals to negative 3. Right away you can do that. Alright? Alright, my dear students, that is awesome. You learned so much. This is a pretty heavy stuff. Well, that tells you it's all time for quiz. And also this is the end of our lesson 4. Alright? And Mr. Mac, very proud of you because you learned so much in this lesson. Although it's a short lesson, but you learned a lot, which means you are the best. Alright? You are always the best. And that's why Mr. Mac has always pledged to only bring the best for you because you deserve the best. And it is coming from the best. Alright, my dear students, have fun with the quiz. And here Pablo already walked by saying it's quiz time. And once you're done, come back and see Mr. Mac on the next lesson, and I'll be here waiting for you. Bye-bye.